Hello, and welcome to WSTC News. I'm Melissa Gibson.
And I'm Maddie Fogel. The student-operated newscast is brought to you by the Belmont-Harrison Career Center in Clairsville High School.
Winter is finally coming to a close, which means that spring is going to be starting in full swing. Let's hop over to WSTC's reporter, Dan Gross, for information about the Easter holiday.
Many people like to associate egg hunts, candy, and bunnies with Easter. But is there more to it? I interviewed some students and staff about their thoughts and plans for this upcoming Easter. What are your plans for this upcoming Easter?
This year for Easter, we'll be going to church, and then we'll have dinner with both sides of our family. And this is Rory's second Easter, so she'll have a little Easter egg hunt and look for her basket.
Easter always falls on the first Sunday after the first full moon on or after the vernal equinox. In the last 20 years, Easter has fallen in the month of March only 5 times. What are your plans for this Easter?
Well, I have all my brothers and sisters live in the same town, Shadyside, and my daughter will be coming home from college, so it'll be a real nice Easter. My oldest daughter is expecting a baby any day, so it's a little bit unsettling there, but we're really looking forward to the Easter break.
Fun fact about Easter is that the total amount of money spent on this holiday is expected to hit $16.8 billion. What does Easter mean to you?
You know, Easter means a lot to me. I get to dress up as the Easter Bunny from my local church. Really means a lot to the kids, a lot to my niece. It's just a good time overall.
Reporting for WSTC News, I'm Dan Gross.
It's a month before prom, and people are being asked in a very unique way, left and right. What is National Promposal Day? Here's WSTC's reporter, Autumn Boyer, to tell us more.
National Promposal Day was on March 11th. It's a day for high school students across the U.S. to craft up their unique invitations to prom. I'm going to be interviewing a few people to find out about their promposals. So Casey, what was your promposal?
For my promposal, I actually made a little poster, and on the poster it said, "I hope you're free to fly to prom with me." And free and fly are actually swimming strokes, and the girl I asked is a swimmer, so it fit pretty well.
Did she say yes?
Yes, she did.
So Mr. Slutz, how did you ask your date to prom in high school?
Well, at first, I think it's important to note that, I graduated in 2000, which was, 16 years ago. So this is, I'm really having to look back into my memories. If I recall, for both years I went to prom, my junior and senior year, I was in a steady relationship, and I feel that how I asked my current girlfriend to prom is that I said, "Hey, are we going to prom?" And then she responded, "Yes, I think that we are." And then that is what we did. We then went to prom. I also would like to comment, if I could, on this. I'm hearing this new term go around, this promposal. I think that's a terribly inappropriate thing to be calling, asking someone out to prom. I mean, to equate asking somebody to prom to like a marriage proposal, that puts a lot of stress on a young person's mind. They're going through a lot in their young formative years. To compare it to like a marriage proposal and for someone to expect that level of ingenuity, I think is a lot to ask, really, if I could just offer my opinion about that. So,
Thank you. National Promposal Day has been officially established with the idea of getting the ultimate question asked. Will you go to prom with me? And this year, in 2016, was the first official National Promposal Day. So Troy, how did you ask your date to prom?
Well, we had our spring variety show, and we both appreciate singing a lot. And during our duet, at the very end of the song, I changed the words up, and I asked her out to prom there.
And did she say yes?
Of course she did.
Thanks. This has been Autumn Boyer at WSTC News. Back to you.
Don't change that dial. Stay tuned for more WSTC News.
Prom season, outdoor grilling tips, and a special look behind our very own WSTC News. You won't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Let's carry on and take advantage of the opportunities offered at the Belmont-Harrison Career Centers and learn a trade while earning your high school diploma at the same time. Check out interesting and challenging programs right now. Business, skilled trades, technical, mechanical, or personal services. You'll find Belmont-Harrison Career Centers facilities and programs truly amazing. See your guidance counselor or call the Belmont-Harrison Career Centers today at 740-695-9130 or visit their website at www.bhccenters.com.
unanswered questions about the College Credit Plus program available to St. Clairsville High School students. Matt Kuhn has all the information and more.
I'm Matt Kuhn, reporting with WSTC News, and with the post-secondary schooling program changing to the College Credit Plus program, we're going to uncover the details and see what changes this will bring. So, Ms. Cabise, why is it coming to the high school?
Well, the new state law provides for this opportunity for our students, and so we are fortunate here to have several schools that we're close to that our students can attend, but this is something that is given to the students by the state of Ohio.
So, are you excited to see the academic growth brought on by this program?
I think it's going to be a new challenge. Actually, in the days of what used to be called PSEO, post-secondary educational opportunities, that was kind of the precursor of CCP, College Credit Plus. And so some of that new challenge was already in place, but I think this makes it just a little bit more broad and probably reachable to more people. So I think that is going to provide an exciting challenge for both our staff and our students. Overall, I think it's a very positive experience. We've had good things come out of it, and so I think we're going to look on the bright side.
So, Dylan, what made you want to participate in the College Credit Plus?
Better my education. I got most of my high school credits done. If not, I'm pretty sure I got all of them done. So instead of just sliding by my senior year, I decided to get a head start on college.
Do you think this is beneficial to you?
Oh, most definitely. Get my basic college classes out of the way before actually heading off to a university.
Now, with you actually doing this, would you recommend it to more people who are kind of nervous about it?
Yeah, gets you out of the high school scene a little bit. You get a feel for your college experience.
There are currently 44 students enrolled in the post-secondary program. What classes will you be teaching?
I'll be teaching all the math classes for the College Credit Plus, and as it is right now, first semester next year we'll be teaching college algebra, and second semester possibly probability and statistics.
Are you excited to receive this opportunity, or would you rather stick to teaching high school classes?
This is very exciting. It's exciting to allow these students to pursue higher goals, to take these classes here while at the high school. It's fun for me. It's a change of pace. It's something different than I normally do, so it breaks up the routine, and I think the students will benefit from this a lot.
This is Matt Kuhn reporting with WSTC News. Back to you.
Now that the school year is coming to a close, River City is opening their doors for St. Clairsville students to march to prom. Brandon Ducker is waltzing in on the story.
Prom planning is always stressful and exciting because of all the different colors and patterns to choose between you and your date. The Grand March can be both nerve-wracking and exciting at the same time because you have to march across the big stage with your date in front of all your family and peers. I'm here to see how everyone's handling the stress coming up to prom. With you being the prom coordinator, what kind of planning does it take to make sure everything goes smoothly for this event?
The first thing we do, we book the hall first thing, and normally that's done 2 years in advance of our prom date. The DJ is booked a year in advance. Then we put together our junior class prom planning committee, and we come up with the theme and the song and the colors, and we go from there. And then we notify the florist for the centerpieces and all the floral pieces of our colors, and we just go from there.
As a freshman going to prom, what do you think the atmosphere will be like?
Well, it's my first prom, so I'm really nervous, but I'm excited because I got my dress and I'm going with a really fun guy, so I'm excited.
As a senior, and this will be your second prom, can you give us the typical rundown of what leads up to prom?
About a month before, we go and get our dresses, and then leading up to it, you get your nails done, you might tan, you make your hair appointment and makeup appointment, and then on that day, you get that done, and then also you have to make sure that the guy has the flowers and everything like that, and their colors match your dress.
And I'm Brandon Ducker, back to you in the studio.
For some time now, you've been watching WSTC and have wondered, how does it all work? Our reporter, Nick Goley, has more on how the whole system operates.
Hello, I'm Nick Gooley, and I get asked all the time what goes into making a WSTC newscast. I'm here to get some behind-the-scenes footage so you can see how it's really done. So, Mr. Nelson, what goes into making a high-quality WSTC newscast?
Students, absolutely. I have the advantage of teaching it's my favorite class in the entire high school. Students work together to create, write, produce, shoot their own video, edit their own student-operated newscast, and from top to bottom, students do the work, and I'm really proud of them. They do a great job just assembling the newscasts, and we also get into podcasts and really fun things. Check us out on YouTube, WSTC News.
So, Casey, what's your current contribution to the newscast?
My current contribution is I go out into the field and I interview students and staff on their opinions on certain topics. And I also help out in the studio and in the control room operating the camera and teleprompter and such. I also the interviews that we have, I also edit them and put them together for the newscast.
And how do you feel about the class?
I absolutely love the class. It's really fun, especially with your friends. You can go around with them, interview people, and I would highly recommend for people to take this class.
Well, the forerunner for this program is broadcast journalism, audio and video production, and this program is a satellite program from the Belmont Career Center and St. Clairsville High School. Students come into this program, learn how to create their own student-operated newscast, also radio production and podcasts and video editing, marketing and advertising. So it's a really neat program that students really enjoy.
I'm Jake Swartz, filling in for Nick Gooley. So how do you feel about being an anchor for WSTC News?
Actually, it's a really fun experience being behind the cameras and experiencing how it feels like to actually be part of the news. So it's really interesting.
Reporting for WSTC News, this is Nick Gooley signing off.
When we think of spring, we think of getting outside and grilling with the family. Today, our very own Shane Proney is going to teach us a simple and easy way to grill up a delicious burger.
Hello, I'm Shane Proney, reporting from WSTC News. Today, I'm going to teach you guys the proper way in making a hamburger or cheeseburger. First off, you're going to want to get your ground beef. You're going to want to make it into a puck-like shape, pretty much, like this here. You don't want to be too rough with it, you know what I'm saying? Get it nice and saucer shaped, and you put that bad boy right on the grill. Grill the burger directly over the coals until brown and crispy on the bottom. You might want to use different kinds of seasoning to spice up your burger. Don't even think about squishing the burgers down or poking at them. Your burger's juices will end up on the coals and not in the patty. Now once your burger starts turning brown on the upside, that's when you're going to want to flip it. You're only supposed to flip the burger once through this process. As the burger approaches completion, now it's time to add cheese if desired. You want to give it enough time to achieve its melty goodness. Now once the cheese has started to melt, you're going to want to get that burger, put it on, I'm using bread, you can use a bun, it doesn't really matter. And you put your ketchup on it. Ketchup. A little bit of mustard. This is just the basics. I like, onions on my burger, a little bit of pickle. And there you go. You got yourself a nice juicy burger. Now let's try this burger out. Well, now you know the basics on making a delicious cheeseburger. Thank you for watching. Shane Peroni reporting from WSTC News. Back to you.
WSTC will continue after this short commercial break.
Stay tuned for all the action. WSTC Sports.
Hello, and welcome to WSTC Sports. I'm Sydney Freeman.
And I'm Jada Creer. Let's now turn our attention to what's happening in the wide world of sports.
If you haven't filled out your bracket yet, it's too late now. March Madness has begun, and now we'll go to David Orr with more on the story.
March Madness began on March 17th with 64 teams battling it out to play in the NCAA tournament on April 4th, but only 2 teams will make it. Now let's find out what teams will continue their journey and what people in the area think of all this madness. What team do you see winning the national championship, and what sets them apart from all the others?
I see Duke winning the national championship because I think they're pretty clutch in March Madness games.
As a basketball coach, which team do you see in March Madness plays the best all around and has the potential to win it all?
I really like the way Kansas is playing right now, but there are several teams that are on the periphery there that could win. I think North Carolina's got a very good team, and I really like how the Mountaineers are playing right now with their Press Virginia.
As of after all the games on March 17th, only 0.1% of brackets remain perfect, showing how difficult it is to get a perfect bracket, and this is only after the first day. Odds of picking a perfect bracket is 1 in 9.2 quintillion. Easier to win the lottery 2 times in a row. Which team do you see winning the national championship, and what sets them apart from anyone else?
I see Hawaii winning the national championship. I really like their ball movement, and they have a lot of Hawaiian guys that can run really fast, jump really high. I think it's going to work. I like the way they play.
March Madness has been an annual tournament since 1964. In the first 12 years of competition, UCLA won 10 of the prestigious titles. This is David Orr reporting for WSTC Sports. Back to you.
What's all the racket about? Next on our spring sports coverage is the St. Clairsville varsity tennis team. Here's WSTC sports reporter Logan DeLong to serve up the details.
As the weather warms up, so do the courts. I'm here to interview players and coaches to see how they're preparing for this year's tennis season. How have you been preparing for this year's tennis season?
Well, I've been training in the bubble with a professional from Pittsburgh, and some of the other teammates have been doing the same as well. And we've been conditioning a little bit with the team and just trying to get our practice in before the first match.
How do you feel this season's going to go?
I'm really looking forward to this season. We have several seniors that are returning this year, and we had a very productive season last year also. We have 28 players coming out this year, which is a record, and they're very enthusiastic, so we have good hope for this year.
How have you been preparing for this year's tennis season?
We've been preparing for this year's tennis season by practicing a lot and going hard at practices.
Both the girls and the boys varsity squads begin their season today at Lindsley High School at 3:30 p.m. Good luck with both teams as they begin their season play. This has been WSTC Sports Update. Now back to you guys at the studio.
Well, that's all the time we have for WSTC News. Thanks for watching.
Stay classy and have a great week.
Is that enough good for the credits?
Yeah, just keep talking.
Okay.
Did you know that we're the first all-female newscast team for WSTC?
So those last two things were.
Don't change that dial. Stay tuned for more WSTC.
I can't. What'd you do? So, you have one. Why did I do that again?
And pan to the left.
Yeah, you talk first.
Right there.
Can't keep my hands to myself.
I mean, I could, but
Why would I want to? That's what we did if they were.
I didn't realize how awkward you guys looked.
Alright, so your next one would be.
No. Oh.
She didn't say how.
Why did I do that again?
You said on the whole system works.
Slow down the question.